Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. Let's get into some praise, man. That's how we start our show right here. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Pastor Haynes. Oh, man, I know you got a good word this morning.
Thank you for this, Rickey Smiley. I'm praying for you, and this song goes out to you because the song lets all of us know that life is hard, life hurts, and it seems like we get hit by wave after wave after wave of hurt, hardship, and suffering. Sometimes you get hit by a wave of disappointment and you get back on your feet, but then another wave hits you. Perhaps it's a wave of sickness and it knocks you down, but then you struggle to get back up only to be hit by another wave, a wave of someone you love making their transition. All of these waves keep knocking you down, but James Fortune says, don't give up. Hold on. I like that right there. Don't you give up. Hold on. Keep getting back up. And when you don't give up and hold on, you'll discover what James Fortune says is true, number one, and that is that God has a way of giving you a promise that will pull you through your pain. I like that right there. God gives you promises. Promises, watch this, are something that will come true in the future. But guess what? It's designed to pull you through the present. And so you look forward to the promise as you're experiencing your own pain. Here it is. Here's a promise. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Here's a promise. Even the youth shall faint and be weary. Young folks shall fall, but they that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles, run and not get weary, walk and not faint. Here's another promise. In this world, you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world, so don't give up. Hold on, because there's a promise that is going to pull you through your pain to brand new possibilities. How do I know? Because the good news is, and this is what James Fortune says, your dream is going to come true. But every now and then, God is good enough to allow your dream to come true using the nightmare that you go through. You see, all of us go through nightmares, but here's the good news. God can use that nightmare as transportation to get you to the dream that God has in store for you. That's why Joseph could tell his brothers, after all the hell they put him through, y'all meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. So that's the good news I share with everyone listening right now. Hold on. Don't give up. God is using God's promises to pull you through to new possibilities in spite of the pain you're going through. And God can use the nightmare you're going through as transportation to help your dream come true. Your dream is going to come true. Everything you're looking forward to is going to come true. So hold on and don't give up.
That's right, y'all. Senior pastor of the Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you.
Front page coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Front page brought to you by my computer career. All right, my computer career. Can't talk this morning. It is what it is, man. Fam, if you don't absolutely love what you do, go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. Eva for Sheba got the front page.
Morning, Rock T. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. Several members of George Floyd's family were joined by national civil rights leaders at a prayer service last night in Minneapolis. The trial of former police officer Derek Chauvin, charged for the killing of George Floyd, starts today. With the defense, both and the prosecutor are expected to take 2 weeks to present their cases. And we were good, but now we have new coronavirus cases that have begun to rise again, Rock T. Friday, the CDC says that the average number of the U.S. cases have gone up 7% from last week, and hospitalizations are up too. Many of the new cases are in young people. Current data shows that 15.5% of Americans are fully vaccinated, and most almost 30% have gotten at least one dose. Now, we mentioned this briefly last week, but over the weekend, lawmakers in New York reached a deal to become the next state to legalize the recreational use of marijuana. At least 14 other states have approved that recreational use. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the Rickey Smiley Morningshow.com. Rock T, what you got in sports?
Brought to you by Ford, Eva. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Check out the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 at Ford.com. Built Ford proud, built Ford tough. Let me tell y'all something. If you ain't already paying attention, March Madness is alive in the NCAA hoops tournament, man. Let's start with the men's Elite Eight. Gonzaga, USC, Baylor, Arkansas, Michigan, Oregon State, UCLA, and Houston. UCLA pulls the overtime upset over Alabama last night. Oh, my goodness. I was on the couch like squirming because it went to overtime. I'm rooting for Alabama, and then they pull away in overtime. And over on the women's side, Elite Eight, Stanford, Louisville, UConn, Baylor, South Carolina, Texas, Indiana, and Arizona. Madness happened last night when Texas pulls the huge upset over number 2 seed Maryland. That was another game that was bananas, man. So tonight we got UConn and Baylor, which could be the championship before the championship. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Los Angeles Lakers, they signed Andre Drummond, the buyout from Cleveland Cavaliers. The Brooklyn Nets are trying to load up. Matter of fact, ain't no trying about it. They are loading up. They signed big man LaMarcus Aldridge from the San Antonio Spurs, man. It's going down. So I'm going to have to break all this down to you in another sports segment because this could take some time. But that's what I got right now in the morning. Gary with the T. What's up there, Pimpin'?
All right, y'all, baby. People still talking about Megan Thee Stallion, honey. Now, she recently shared a natural hair progress report. And they're saying this girl curls are getting so long. And some people are saying maybe Megan's trying to snub at all her wig weave wearing people, honey. Now, they're saying that Megan Thee Stallion's hair just keeps getting longer and longer. Now, they're saying the superstar rapper, honey, she's been sharing peaks at her natural curls since 2019. And they're saying, honey, that it's thin chin length, and she's looking amazing. They're saying that she's sporting this long hair under those stunning wigs that she wears to perform and attend those events. And some people revealed that the progress she's been making, honey, in her quest to gain inches, y'all, they said it's clear that, honey, she's looking amazing. And I said, that is cute, though. But even, Brad, I mean, I know y'all don't, or do y'all wear weaves? I don't know. But they're saying that, how y'all feel about Megan doing this? I mean, because, everybody can't have long hair. And they say, honey, her hair is cascading all down her back.
What's wrong with
Well,
that?
Gary, get into it because a lot of women, especially black women, have a whole lot of hair. And the reason why they wear weaves are called protective styles. They braid their hair under it and they put a wig or a weave on so they can save their hair. So shout out to Megan and all the rest of the girls. Don't be surprised because they got a cute little bob. It's a whole lot of hair under there.
Yeah, a lot of us have healthy hair underneath it. You just add it, or you just wear a wig to keep your hair braided underneath, to keep the heat off it,
Tell 'em, Brad.
to keep the color off of it. It's very healthy to do that. And if you got hair underneath, you better show it off because some people ain't got now. You ain't got now.
But Brad, y'all missed the point though. But don't African American men like long hair? And if y'all wearing wigs, honey, not y'all long hair, that's why they go to the
Gary.
other women.
Oh,
Gary, maybe because you don't like women, you don't get it. But no,
Yeah,
men
trust
like
me,
your
Gary,
hair to
it
look
ain't the hair
good.
we worried about.
Oh, is that not? Oh,
It's not-
That ain't the most important part of
that's not.
the
I
woman.
don't
Trust
like
me.
that.
Okay,
Well, they should
thank
worry about the
you.
hair, honey. But anyway, child. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is avocado. On the high end, you say avocado, and on the low end, you say beautiful green. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up in this hot spot?
coming up next in the hot spot, somebody won an NAACP Image Award and somebody special accepted it for him. I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 29 minutes before the top of the hour. The Brat. Let's go. What you got there, pimpin'?
Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. But can I just say, is the pollen messing with y'all out here?
No.
Because when I tell you, I went and sat on my
It's
golf
killing
cart,
me.
the clothes were green when I sat up. The cars are covered.
My
I
car
couldn't
looks like a
breathe when I
lemon
came
pepper
in.
wing.
Like, right. Like the dust, like the
Yeah, you
dust
can't
from a
keep it
lemon
off of there.
pepper wing. Like, my goodness, it's so thick and so bad. So excuse me if I sound stuffy. Like, I walked from outside to in the house to come up to the studio, and I feel like I can't breathe.
But
Like
Brad, that's
everything.
God's makeup. Like y'all put makeup on y'all face, he put makeup on the cars. And
God don't be wanting to make you sick though. When you got to use Flonase and Zyrtec and Alex.
And you don't know if it's COVID or pollen.
Oh Lord,
my
and
throat
it
is
make you
killing me
nervous.
right now.
Oh
You
Lord.
should always kill your special case. So.
Oh.
That wasn't nice.
Well, let's chill.
And cold.
All right, y'all. Well, real quick, we're going to get off into this thing. Chadwick Boseman, he posthumously won an amazing award for Outstanding Actor for his role in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and his wife accepted on his behalf. She talked about colon cancer, and she said, this disease is beatable if you catch it in its early stages, so you don't have any time to waste, even if you have no family history, and even if you think there's nothing wrong. If you're younger than 45, please be proactive about your health. Know the signs, know the science, listen to your body. Please, you are so needed and you are so loved. Please take your health into your own hands. She said thank you. Now, also at the NAACP Awards, President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris opened the show praising the NAACP and their contribution to America. Harris also praised with contributions to black entertainers and said that they've made an amazing advance in social justice in America, and she really appreciates that. Now, I'm going to tell y'all about more about the NAACP Awards coming up later, but right now we going to wrap this thing right on up. And coming up next, we got Rock T's Joke of the Day, and y'all hit us up for them wake-up calls at 8669-RICKEY. That's 1-866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Another great moment on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's time for Rock T's Joke of the Day. Joke of the Day. Joke of the Day. Couldn't get no help, Brad?
Come on, man.
Now I'll let you hold that one down. I know you had that in you, bro.
I tried.
I'm sitting here like I'm amazed.
Wow.
That was a lot.
Come on with this joke, man.
An airplane is about to crash. And a woman stands up and says, if I'm gonna die, I want to die feeling like a woman. If anybody's on this airplane right now wants to make me feel like a woman, please stand up. So a man at the back of the aircraft stands up and says, I'll make you feel like a woman. Here, iron this shirt, damn it.
Okay, several things wrong with that.
That
joke.
would be a no.
That was
First
so
of all, you
sexist,
sounded
Rock.
like
I'm not here for that.
Mr. Bill.
Yeah, let's go down the list of
Women
things
don't
that
talk
were
that
wrong.
way. My voice is deeper than you.
Come on, Eva.
No.
Who the hell has an iron on a plane?
Okay.
Hey, Brad, why are you laughing, though?
Oh,
it
man.
was
Because your voice, because you stupid.
And is that how women sound in your head?
Oh, that's my best female voice that I got, man.
Well, you could let
And
me
iron
do
would
it.
make her feel like a
Right, you
woman.
get degrading.
Yeah, that wasn't
She on
necessary.
the plane with an iron.
Okay.
Did 1963?
We don't even iron anymore, hardly.
man.
We use steamers, or the cleaners does it. Or
That was an old plane. I guess
That joke
can
didn't
still
work
smoke
on
cigarettes on
27
that
different
plane.
levels.
Okay.
Damn, y'all. We got more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next, man.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's your boy, Rock Teasy for Sheezy. We got a big special announcement to make right now. Today, we have several new radio stations joining the family, and we want to take a minute to shout them out. Bring it, Tad.
Yes, we are welcoming new affiliates, and we just want to say that we are grateful to have you. Thank you for listening. Columbus, WMXU, Mississippi, Mix 106. Oh my God, we got a lot of them. Y'all give me some more. Magic 107.3, Charleston, South Carolina.
Yes.
WMGL. Keep going, y'all. Add more.
Well, this is your girl, Eva Marcille, and we are in Charleston, South Carolina now. We have new listeners tuning in on Magic 107.3. Good morning, South
Good
Carolina.
Pimpin', man. You're listening to the new home of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We keep you laughing. We keep you laughing some more. And guess what we gonna do? We gonna keep you laughing. Every morning, man. What you got coming up next, Gary?
All right, coming up next, y'all. My God, this Lil Nas guy, he is really speaking out. I'm going to tell you what he had to say up next week's Smiley Morning Show.
6 minutes after the top of the hour, half man, half woman. Gary with the T, man. What you got there, Pepper?
Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. I'm Gary with the T, celebrity gossip guru and colorist. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Lil Nas, baby, he is responding to the backlash that he got over that new video and those sneakers he presented. Have y'all seen that video?
I saw the video.
Oh, my
Yes.
God.
It's incredible.
It is incredible, y'all. Now, people are saying, honey, this was very satanic, honey. They're saying, y'all, that they picture now Lil Nas, y'all, he was going down to hell, y'all, on a stripper pole, and they say he was giving Satan a lap dance. And they're saying that the artist, y'all, he was accused of promoting satanic imagery. Now, according to page 6, y'all, they're saying that the upcoming sneakers, which are Air Max 97s, contain human blood, y'all. Now, they're saying, y'all, these limited edition sneakers, they're called, 666 pound, whatever. And they're saying, y'all, that it's just a mess. But Nike said, They said, that's a lie, baby. These are not ours. They said, we ain't got nothing to do with them. They said they have nothing to do with Lil Nas and those sneakers. They're saying they do not spend money on stuff like that, and they didn't do it. But Lil Nas responded to the criticism. He said, quote, I spent my entire teenage years hating myself because of the mess y'all preach what happened to me because I was gay. He said, so I hope you are mad and stay mad. He said, feel the same anger, honey, you teach us to have toward ourselves, honey. Then he later posted y'all a video message about the shoe, which he said, I see everybody's been talking about this shoe, and I just want to come forward and say, he then cut to a video, and he said he was sorry, y'all, and he said all this other mess. But have y'all, I mean, Brad, you
think the whole thing, Gary, the whole thing is a troll. It's kind of like he's trying to make this deeper point about people telling him he's going to hell for being gay. Mm-hmm. And so the whole thing behind the video, this is what I read, that he's trying to illustrate their lunacy of him being, going to hell because of being gay. It's a lot of deeper meaning to it.
Yeah.
You
I just
gotta
think it was
interpret
awesome
Special K.
creatively.
Yeah.
Creatively, it was an awesome video.
Yeah,
I'm not speaking on the Christianity part about it or satanic, any of that.
Yeah.
Creatively, it was kind of crazy.
Well, Brad, I know you don't agree with that because you grew up in the church, honey, and I know you, but you're a sneakerhead, though.
You know, I can't do that. I will not have this sneaker. Anything that's 360.
Oh, no, I ain't wearing them.
All that stuff. I don't want to wear no sneakers with no blood, nobody's blood in it.
And they said that's not really true either.
Yeah, they say it was really red ink.
But
That's
still,
really
just
crazy,
even the
Gary.
point of,
Is that white rock groups can do this and have been doing this. Solo and group acts have been, kind of on the darker side of things and quote unquote satanic worship. And ain't nobody saying nothing. Either you like the music or you don't. No one had a problem with Avril Lavigne saying crazy stuff, but now we have a problem with Lil Nas X. Like, come on, let this man be the artist he wants to be. And if you don't want to buy his music, then don't.
But you gotta remember, Eve, honey, African Americans and Europeans are totally different now. There's more African Americans cooping and complaining and stuff. Honey, we love the Lord. He heard our cry and pitied every groan, but we still gonna throw a brick at you, honey, if you smile the wrong way. But anyway,
So technically, these are the real bloody shoes, not Cardi B's.
oh my God, Roxy waited there for an hour. Moving on to in other celebrity news, y'all. Baby, she done got pregnant, honey. They're saying y'all that Tessica Brown is officially pregnant. Now, if y'all know who Tessica Brown is, baby, that's the Gorilla Glue girl, baby. They say as soon as she got her hair unglued, she got pregnant. But they're saying she's pregnant, honey, with her 5th child. They're saying she and her fiance, honey, DeWitt Madison, honey, who has 4 children. They say now they're having a child together. So this is her first child together since her hair was unglued. So congratulations, honey, to Miss Tessica Brown. See what glue will do to you, baby, to keep you locked up. Then when you get unglued, baby, you get back with your peace, honey. So go. All right, baby, Miss Tessica Brown. That is my stuck on you. Okay, you're stuck on you. Yeah, he could. Moving on, child. Another celebrity news, y'all have my final Tamar Braxton. Y'all, we ain't heard from Tamar in a while. Well, she revealed, y'all, that her ex, David DeFalso, however you say his last name, she said he cheated on her, y'all, with his assistant during their relationship.
No, Gary.
Yes,
that's shameful.
Yeah, they say, honey, according to social media, socialite Miss Jessica Woods, they say, baby, she tweeted Miss Braxton, and Miss Braxton told the girl, look, honey, he was cheating with his assistant, honey, and that's why they're no longer together. How do you cheat with your assistant?
But you mean
Like literally how?
You asked that
In
question?
the office, on the business
Yeah,
trip.
that's a lot, Gary.
See, that's why I would not have no damn assistant. If I had on the assistant, baby, they would be honey. Anyway, I just wouldn't have no assistant.
Would it be a woman?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
As long as it's a woman, you could. Yeah.
you wouldn't have to worry about it.
I was like, sure, you go ahead on and have your lunch, honey. The color today, this is one of my favorite colors. Yeah, my color today is avocado. On the high end, you say avocado, and on the low, you say beautiful green.
Avocado?
That's
Yeah.
Avocado?
Yeah, that's how you see. You people be saying avocado. It's avocado.
Oh, okay.
No,
So
it's not. It's avocado.
It's not a you there.
well, you just fancied up that word, didn't you?
Come on, Tarjay.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. Shut up, Amy. I grew up with avocados in California. It's time for the wake-up calls, ladies and gentlemen. 866-9-RICKEY. 866-9-RICKEY. Call us now if you want to get up on the wake-up calls. Get the matter out your eye, and let's get your breath
Get
smelling
us
good.
up.
Brush your teeth, all that good stuff, man. That's coming up next
Wash
on the
your
Rickey
face.
Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, here we go. It's time to wake up. Hey, wake it up. Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Good morning. This is Ron calling from Raleigh, North Carolina. I'll give a shout out to my wife. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Let's get it.
Wake up, Paige and Blake. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hi, this is Mike B from Jackson State University. I want to give a shout out to all the brothers of the Mighty YA as we celebrated 72 years of Omega Psi Phi Upsilon Epsilon. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is Stephanie Gilbert calling from Orlando. Waking up my daughters, Brittany and Andrea. Wake up, wake up, wake up. This is Town Baby calling from Arizona. Raina, happy birthday. Nana is coming to wake you up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
The whole gang of city tuned in, locked in. What's yours? Cause we gon' let them know. Let them know. Still wake up. Chattanooga. Wake up. Come on. Shreveport. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Jackson. Wake up. Come on. Savannah. Wake up. And Charleston. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yes, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Your boy Rock Teasy for Sheezy. They also call me the Sports Genius Man. But while we're waking everybody up this morning, we have some new radio stations joining the family today.
Yes, honey, it's Gary with the TA. We want to wake up everybody listening, honey, in Pensacola, Florida on Magic 106.1.
And this is your girl, Eva Marcille. Welcome to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, where we keep you laughing every morning. Coming up next, everybody's favorite grandmother. That's right, Miss Bernice Jenkins has those church announcements. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite grandmama, Miss Bernice Jenkins, is in the building.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, Johnny.
Yeah.
Jenkins?
Just another day.
Come on.
That the Lord has kept me.
Come on now.
Woke me up this morning and slid me in my house shoes.
Woo!
I had 4 cups of coffee and 6 pieces of toast this morning. I'm feeling good. What you had, Janie?
I had grits and bacon. 6 slices of bacon and grits. 5 cups of coffee.
And I had black-eyed peas and neck bones last night and some cornbread. What you had last night, Janie?
Yeah.
You had the same thing?
Yeah, I had some neck bone last night.
Yeah, I can't suck them like I used to.
Oh, that's so good.
Say what, Janie?
That's so good out there.
You don't get used to sucking on them neck bones. It ain't Christian-like. Here's our church announcement this morning. Govern yourself.
Accordingly.
Please pray for Brother Lloyd Stewart and his twin brother Larry. You know they got drunk Friday night at the Elks Lodge and went home
to each other's house by mistake. And now they both slept with their sister-in-laws. And feel like they committed adultery, and both of them is going to hell.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
The after-service meeting in meeting room 3 has been canceled. You know what meeting room 3 is?
Yeah.
It's been canceled because some nasty rascal done went in there during the service and passed gas and got the whole room and the hallway smelling like old ham juice and spoiled mustard greens.
Oh, man.
So the meeting gonna be outside. They say that gas probably full of COVID-19. Now, it's another homegoing on this Saturday. Deacon Clint Brooks. You know him, Janie?
Yeah.
Now, you know he lost his son, Big Pat.
Yeah.
Big Pat died on Tuesday. Big Pat, you know, he was 38.
Yeah.
And he was 6'6". 385 pounds. And he was suffering from high blood pressure, eardrum leakage, nervous feet, chest hair crabs, chronic knuckle swelling, and mad cow disease. But that ain't what killed him. He died in the drive-thru at Arby's on his lunch break and bet his friend that he could eat a whole beef and cheddar sandwich while he was waiting on his change. And the big dummy choked himself to death right there at the window. So they called the one thing, they called the police in the ambulance. And they didn't take his body out the car, they loaded it up on one of them tow trucks and towed it down there to Davenport and Harris Funeral Home. And they had a hard time getting him out the car, so they might do a viewing, a drive around viewing while he's in the car. They're going to embalm him while he's in his car. There ain't no way in the hell they're going to get that big bastard out that car, Jane. I'll call you tomorrow.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 11 minutes before the top of the hour. That is DJ John Lyon. Sounds in a chicken and waffle mix. John Lyon, what's up there, pimpin'?
I'm good, man. Yo, you already know, just kick it off the week the right way inside the mix, man. Of course, you make sure you follow on Instagram at JAH-LionZone.
JAH Lion Sound. Appreciate that, big dog. All right, man. Your boy Black Tony still haven't come to work, man.
That's your boy.
Black Tony, man.
What's up, Black Tony? I mean,
hold on, man.
What's up, Black Tony?
Hold on,
what's
man.
up, Rocky?
What's up, man? What's up, my man? You 4 years, you ain't came to work. You ain't setting a good example for people out there coming up with excuses every single day on why you haven't came to work.
Shout it, look. First of all, let me say this, shout it. First of all, let me say this, shout it. Sometimes, shout, you get messed from the universe. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get a message from the universe. And the message I got this morning was, I went outside. Cause I was finna come to work. I was on my way to work, so I'm dressed and everything. So I sent you a picture. I'm dressed. I got a whole polo outfit on. But look, Shawty, I was gonna come to work, but then I went outside and get what I seen, Shawty.
What'd you see, Black Tony?
I went to crank up my truck. You know, I got an 02 Escalade, right? A 5-speed. I went to crank up my truck, Shawty. And get what happened.
They make Escalades at 5-speed.
No, they don't make no Escalades and stuff. You got a customized version, bro?
Yeah, it's hard, too. Look, so I went to crank up my truck, Shawty, and get what happened, Shawty.
What happened?
Ain't nothing happened. So I lift up the hood and get what, Shawty.
What?
Somebody done stole my whole engine. You know I stay in the hood. They shot the whole engine gone. And you know what I seen though, Shotty? You know what, Shotty? I wasn't even upset, because you know what I said, look. I said, boy, that guy talking to me, telling me he's trying to sit down for a hot minute. So I'm sitting down, and I'll be there tomorrow, though.
You've been sitting down for 4 years, man. You've been sitting down.
I'm not finna play with God like that. Y'all can play with God. I'm not finna play with God. That God telling me something. God said, boy, somebody stole your whole engine out your Escalade and the transmission.
Come on, man.
He said, you need to sit down for a minute. I feel like anybody who could steal a whole engine, they probably dangerous. So I said, let me go on back in the house and just relax.
Hey, Brad.
Think about life.
Should we go ahead and let Tony ride on this one?
Yeah, just like he can't ride, so just let him ride on this one.
Yeah, I was going to call it Uber, but somebody stole my phone.
It ain't you,
Oh, man. Well, who phone you on?
Oh, yeah, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Your boy Rock T in the house, also known as the Sports Genius. Today we got some new radio stations joining the family. We're excited, taking a minute to shout them out. Bringing it tax.
That's right. I'm your girl, Brandon. We want to say good morning to our new listeners in Savannah, Georgia on Magic 103.9.
And hey, this is your girl, Eva Marcel, and we're also shouting out Tallahassee, Florida. That's right, home of FAMU Rattlers, listening on the big station, 96.1 James.
Shout out to FAMU Marching 100 marching band out there in Tallahassee. Welcome to the home of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, where we keep you laughing every day. Now, we know you got some piping hot tea coming up next. Gary, what's up, Mike?
Coming up next, y'all, Jay-Z. Oh, my God, honey. Somebody's saying bad things about him. I hope they don't lose their life. We're going to talk about that next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
5 minutes after the top of the hour, ladies and gentlemen, the messiest person on radio, Gary.
I am not messy, honey. I'm a very peaceful Christian person. But I'm Gary with the T Celebrity Gossip Guru and colorist. And guess what? Good morning, Rock T. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Legendary hip-hop artist, baby, Melly Mel. Brad, you know him, don't you? He explained, y'all, why he said old school rapper Jay-Z is overrated, baby. Now, Melly Mel said, y'all, in an interview recently, he said, I think a lot of rappers are overrated. Now, I don't know if he called your name or not, Brad, but he said, yeah, honey. He said Jay-Z, honey, is overrated. And he said they quickly forget where they came from. This is what he said.
Definitely ain't talking about me, because I'll never forget where I come from.
He said the main problem, honey, he said, I have with dudes like that. He said, with a lot of these dudes, he said, when you made it, you made it. He said, now you're out. He said, you forget the street guy act. He said, you're not street like that. He said, I'm not a street guy. He said, I'm not a hood person. He said, I'm not a street person because, honey, I know that I'm not going to be out on the streets like that. He said, and then to take a step further, he said, these guys live in a big mansions, Brad. They live in the best neighborhoods, and there ain't no street dudes around. He said, but you're going to have this street dude, honey, thinking that being on the street is the right thing to do and the right person to be. He said, you got to give the people that's left in the hood something to hold on to, Brad. He said, you got to do that and to make them, honey, out of the hood.
Sound like a little bit
jealous.
Of all,
yeah, Jay-Z do a lot of stuff for everybody, not just rich, expensive stuff for rich, expensive people. He do stuff for the hood. He give back, especially him and his wife. And it's part of his journey where he came from. He came from that. So he's able to talk about that and look where he is now.
Yeah,
so all those guys that want to be street and in the street, he's showing where you can get to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but did he take anybody with him to Beyonce's mansion out there?
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Of course.
Yes. Gary,
Yeah.
are you
You know,
saying he should have people living in his house?
My thing is, if you're going to become a rapper and you're making all this money, you should stay in the hood, honey, and just build you a nice house in the hood and help the people out and let them know, honey, that, you know, you can get out of the hood or you can stay in the hood.
Where do you live, Gary? And you do not live in the hood.
I live right across the street from the homeless shelter, and you know that. So, honey, I still stay in the hood.
Whatever, Gary. In a high rise.
But it's still across the street from the homeless shelter, though. So, still. What you saying, Special K?
Stupid.
Yeah, this is a Special K, comedian extraordinaire, and I'm speaking as somebody who not only have I not left the hood.
Okay, moving on, child. We ain't got time for that.
Still there?
Those can afford to.
But you know what, though? But let me tell you something, too. And also, honey, hold on, Special K, you had your moment, you didn't talk. Jay-Z, honey.
You stepped on what I was about to say.
Jay-Z, honey, with the hood and all that stuff. And I don't know if y'all heard the sad thing about it, though, too, though, honey. Beyonce's storage got broken in, honey, this past weekend. Somebody broken her storage out. They said they stole all those old House of Darion purses and things out of there that they had that they couldn't
sell. That is not what they stole.
They stole $1 million worth of House of Darion. They had old purses, Eva. They had some of them
House
shoes.
of Darion didn't even make $1 million worth of stuff.
That probably thought it was Black Tony and his crew.
I'm sure they had other belongings in there too.
Yeah, but they stole it, baby. I don't know who took it, but if we seen the Queens walking down the street with some House of Dairy on, we know, baby, that's where they got it from out of Beyonce's story.
This thing's gonna wind up on Craigslist, Jack. Let's get it.
All right, moving on.
Probably unlock that door and let them get it.
Okay. Nah, honey, so one of them people that worked with them, child, honey, they think they slick, honey. Miss Tina say, probably say she's going to have a garage sale, honey. These girls are, we're going to just let them take it all out of there. So we're going to keep them lifted up in prayer. But while we pray, y'all, let's continue to pray for Wendy Williams. I don't know if y'all heard the shocking news, honey. But baby, Wendy Williams is speaking her mind like she always does. Now, she spoke about y'all, Mr. Bobby, how you say his last name, Brad? Smyrna. Baby. Bobby Smyrna, baby. Now, he was recently released from prison, y'all, after serving 6 long years for conspiracy and weapon charges. Now, Ms. Williams decided to express, honey, that she does not believe, y'all, that Bobby, honey, is going to meet his parole requirements. She said, honey, his tickets remain until 2026, honey. She said the conditions of his parole include no drinking, no hanging out with people who are affiliated with the gang, no clubs, and no staying out past 8 o'clock. Kirby, she said, during the segment of the show, she said, look, honey, don't be offended, Bobby. She said, but I think, honey, you're going to be in trouble before the middle of the summer comes.
That's not funny.
Yes, it is, that, baby. Her husband spoke out to her and said, look, honey, he said, hopefully in the future my son's mother will do more research. And he said, but in the meantime, the views currently being expressed do not reflect that of my son or myself. He ain't got to say that because the damn views that she reflects didn't have nothing to do with him cheating on her and having another damn outside baby neither. But he did, so I think he needs to hush. Wendy has the right to say what she want to say, huh? And that's
on someone else's life.
Eva.
She always talks about people's lives.
Yeah, that's her story, honey. So she said, she just said, baby, she think he ain't going to 2026, y'all. I mean, you know, we hope he makes it.
I mean, that's kind of negative, though, to not even give somebody
it is
a
negative,
chance,
Brad.
though. You know, give him a chance. Like, he might have messed up, but he might change, you know?
So that's
and every day is an opportunity to be a better version of yourself, Gary. Apply that.
Let's try.
We fall down and we get up. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is avocado. On the high end, you say avocado. And on the low end, you say beautiful green. That's your color for today, Eva.
Avocado, darling.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the team. 10 minutes after the top of the hour, we got more of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next, baby. 23 minutes after the top of the hour. What up, fam? If you don't absolutely love what you do, go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. Now, Dr. MJ Collier has been helping us understand the ins and the outs of the coronavirus pandemic for more than a year now. The good news is more vaccines are getting into arms, but in some areas of the country, cases are on the rise again and people still have a lot of questions. So Dr. Collier is here to answer those questions for us. Good morning, Dr. Collier.
Good morning, Rock T. We here with your coronavirus report in the What's Trending segment of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. And we got some good information about, people are asking questions. Whatever happened to the coronavirus tiers? There was a tier distribution of the vaccines, and that system has changed now. The president has charged his administration with providing 200 million doses in the first 100 days of his taking office. In January, the chair of the CDC Advisory Committee, he developed a framework and put that in place for vaccine distribution. Vaccines were scarce at the time, and they thought they needed to have some kind of tiered allocation system. States would distribute the vaccines in phases, hitting the most vulnerable individuals first, making sure the healthcare workers were protected so they would be available to provide additional vaccinations to other patients. Okay, it started out that way, particularly when there was very few available doses of coronavirus vaccine, and the frail residents of nursing homes were the initial chosen group. Those people there and other healthcare workers. The next groups were carefully chosen with an eye on who was most at risk for COVID-19 for age, health, or occupational reasons. Now some states have moved on from phase 1B to 1C and even phase 2, adding people with underlying conditions such as high blood pressure, diabetes, but they added obesity, and that covered over 80% of the population of the United States. So frontline workers and other designated groups were also added. So now, nearly every state, I think 46 have announced that they're going to abandon these plans and completely dump the stage approach for a variety of reasons. One, they're still trying to obtain the goal of 200 million doses in 100 days, and that's unprecedented. No country has ever vaccinated their population that many that quickly. There's intense pressure to get as many people vaccinated as possible. Two reasons. One, to stay ahead of the variants, because once we decrease the places that the virus can go, there won't be variants because the virus won't have viable hosts. Also, it's not easy to set and enforce priorities, as you've seen and observed in the community. The major concern is getting the vaccines in arms. Vaccinated people don't spread the virus. So there are people that are very enthusiastic about getting the vaccine, and so they want to provide it to those people that really, really want it. Then they're going to take the time to go after people who want it, but they don't have the technology. They're not computer savvy. They can't go online and book appointments, etc. So they're going to target those individuals and take the vaccines to those places where people are. So we're not going to neglect those people that have traditionally had inequities in healthcare in the past, but those people that are at the front of the line and want to be at the front of the line are probably going to get vaccinated first. So that's where we are, Rocky.
Well, let's take some calls, man. A lot of people got some questions. 866-9-RICKY. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. I was calling to find out, one, take the COVID-19 shot. I'm actually allergic to antiprox and ibuprofen. So what can one take to alleviate the symptoms of the shot if one is allergic to antiprox and, medicine of that type?
Okay, if you're allergic to NSAIDs, then your only option would be Tylenol, which will help with the pain, but it's not a good anti-inflammatory. But vitamin D is also a natural anti-inflammatory, and omega-3 fish oil. So I would take both of those starting a week or two before your appointment if you have that option. But if not, I would take them and continue to take them for at least a week. Tylenol for the pain, and omega-3 fish oil and vitamin D for the anti-inflammatory process, and that will give you some benefit as well.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Good morning. If you still have a positive result, are you able to be vaccinated?
If you still have a positive result that's probably a false positive, that's a great question because we're still having that issue. The PCR nasal swab is so sensitive that it will detect dead viral fragments and give you a positive test. But 14 days after the infection, you should be cleared almost 100% of the time if you have a normally functioning immune system. So yes, you can get the vaccine. We highly recommend that you do.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show. You are on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
My name is Chloe, and I have two daughters. One is 15, one is 17, and I have a son who's 24, who's living with autism, and I wanted to know whether or not the Johnson & Johnson vaccine would be a better vaccine, particularly for my son and for my two girls, compared to the Pfizer or Moderna.
Well, the benefit of the Johnson & Johnson is that it's one and done. It has shown to be 100% efficacious in decreasing hospitalizations and deaths. But again, it's in the 80% efficacy as far as you getting the coronavirus. But that's a good deal. That's very good for any vaccine. And if one shot is more appropriate for you and your family situation, it makes it easier for you, then one and done would be the way to go. But I would get whichever one is available as quickly as I can. And your son with autism puts you at the front of the line as far as category is concerned, because you are a caregiver, so you can get it, he can get it, and then the 17-year-old can get it. The 15-year-old has to wait till their birthday as of now.
Let's take one more call. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, you're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
I just wanted to know, why is it that they have researched AIDS and cancer and they haven't come up with a cure or anything for that yet? But this virus, this killer virus come up, and in about less than a year's time, they got a miracle vaccine and they want everybody to take all of a sudden.
Well, great point. And the next phase of this new mRNA technology, Dr. Collier said this 6 months ago, is going to be directly treating cancer patients. So this is going to be a revolution in the treatment of cancers because it's going to target cancer cells without doing damage to your body like your traditional chemotherapies do. When you get traditional chemotherapy in cancer, the objective is to kill as many of the bad cells, but you get a lot of good cells killed as well. But with this targeted smart bomb type approach that we're going to get from the mRNA technology, it's going to revolutionize the treatment of cancer. You're going to see a lot of people that are cancer cured or breast cancer survivors or this cancer survivors, etc. We're going to have a revolution in healthcare now in the treatment of almost every viral-based illness as well. So before, if you got a virus, you just had to live and get through it, and that would usually take 10 to 14 days. Now we're going to be able to actively treat viral diseases as well as cancer. So good news from this new technology that was brought on by the challenge of the coronavirus. So sometimes science advances when there's a need for science to advance, and that's where we are with that, Rocky.
Man, Dr. Collier, we appreciate you all the great information that you provide for our listeners. Give them your disclaimer.
Oh, these are the opinions of Dr. M.J. Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show crew, or its radio affiliates around the country and around the world. You can reach me on all social media at Ask Dr. MJ. Go to my website, lipodrops.com, to find out how you can boost your immune system using vitamin D.
There it is, man. We got more of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. It's about that time for the state of Black America with National Urban League President and CEO Mark Morial. Good morning, Mark. How are you doing, sir?
Good morning, Rocky. Good morning. Happy Monday to you, my brother, and the state of Black America. Let me say today the most important thing is the beginning of the trial in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The Derek Chauvin trial for the murder of George Floyd. We are working, praying, advocating for justice. This trial will be carried live on television, so we encourage people to watch this trial for transparency. The prosecution, of course, will argue that the knee on the neck is what killed George Floyd. The defense, Rock T, is going to try to divert and suggest that, quote, George Floyd died because of trace substance in his system. Let's watch this trial. Let's pray for justice. Let us all be vigilant and watchdogs as we watch the course of this trial. It is so important for the cause of justice for George Floyd. Second, I just want to share with everybody today, tomorrow the National Urban League will release the Lewis Latimer Plan. It's a plan for broadband, digital inclusion and equity. What does that mean? We need this internet to be more equitable. There are now only 60% of Black Americans that have a broadband connection in their home. If you make under $50,000 a year, only 50% do. We saw our children unable to continue their education. We see the difficulty that many have, even connecting with a vaccine. The nation needs to do something about this. The National Urban League is saying increase availability of high-speed broadband, create a way to support financially people who can't afford it, increase our ability to understand it and utilize it. And finally, as this great new industry develops, make sure Black people get an opportunity for the jobs and also the contracts, the procurement, and the entrepreneurial opportunities. And Rock T, that's the state of Black America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me give it up for the former New Orleans mayor and Louisiana state senator who is currently president of the National Urban League. Man, we thank you for joining us once again. We appreciate your time, keeping us up to date with the state of Black America. Appreciate you, Mark Morial. We got more of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next. How can you not get hyped? It's Eva's Corner on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 12 minutes before the top of the hour. Eva, what you got?
Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, everybody. And this morning, you know, Eva's Corner is all about womanhood, motherhood, and the juiciness in between. But today, I would like to give some marriage advice to both the men and the women. So, fellas, you listen up right now, too. So, I remember when I first got married, Rock T, and a lot of you guys can kind of attest to this. We are all either in long-term relationships or married with an exclusion of Gary. But, Gary, you have been a witness to a very healthy marriage growing up with your parents, so you can speak on it, too. So I remember when I first got married, I was given so much advice. Good advice, bad advice, unsolicited advice, all of that. But there was one piece of advice that I was given about how to be a good partner that I apply to my life every day. And that piece of advice resonates with me so much. I would like to say that the late, great, and legendary Teddy Pendergrass lied to us. There is no such thing as a 50-50 love.
Come on, you preaching now.
There is absolutely no such thing as a 50-50 love. In the song, it talked about 70-30 and 60-40 and all of that stuff. That's what love really is. And Brad, I know you know because you work hard. You got 5 jobs. You have a love of your life. And you know that balance sometimes gets crazy. But I want you to know that we are not here so that we can compare. It's not a race or a competition like I did this or you did that. It's about reciprocity. And reciprocity means you bring something, I bring something. And what's the point of bringing the same thing? We don't both need to bring fried chicken to the cookout. You bring some sides, I bring the chicken. So I'm here to let you know, if you looking at your partner to do what you do and to be like you, to carry equal weight, then you are looking at this completely wrong. So let's go ahead and do a paradigm shift this morning, because it's a good old Monday, so we can start the week off right? So we're going to shift those brains a little bit and realize that we are together so that we can complement each other. What you don't do, that's what they pull up and do. What they can't do, that's where you fill into the gap. So
well,
I'm just saying.
Oh, Lord.
Because
Eva, did you ask Special K his opinion?
No, he's
what I got to do with this?
Well, no, we just talking about love, and I mean, just not of that 50-50 and what have you. So you've been married for a long time. I've
been married longer than anybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, do you agree with 50-50 or no?
No, I don't think that's possible. It's more like 80-20. If I've seen.
And on some days you'll be the 20, and on some days you'll be the 80. But
pretty much, yeah.
You have to remember, even though you joined a partnership and you guys are a union, you're one, you're only one because you are still yourself, and together you make one. Don't forget who you are in life. Don't forget what you want. Don't forget your goals.
All right.
I'm just saying, this morning, I've been feeling this since last week. We skipped Eva's corner.
Yeah.
So,
everything you're saying, Eva, is right on point. But
it is.
But me and Crystal kind of have a theory that's a little bit different, because instead of the 50-50, 70-30, 80-20, all that, it's 100-100. You each person have to give 100% into the relationship. And if each person gives 100% into the relationship, all the other things really don't matter.
That's true, but let's talk in reality, Rock. We're going to talk in reality. You don't have 100% every single day. It is impossible because we are human. Yep. And so when you have a partner, you don't need your partner to do what you do. You need your partner to do what you can't do. Right. So sometimes, if you don't have that 100% today, if you only have that 80, if you only have that 20, because you are your own person, you go through your own trials that might not have to do with your spouse. You might not want to bring your spouse into that. And so you're dealing with work sometimes within yourself. And if you don't have it all, that's when your partner pulls up. If you see your partner going through a hard time, that's when you need to pull up.
That's right.
Yep. Exactly, Brad.
So that 100% you're talking about Rock T is out the door.
Nah, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 3 minutes after the top of the hour. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, 1998, features single doo-wop. That dang, Brad, talk to me, man.
Man, listen, I love this song. Lauryn Hill was so eclectic but so funky at the same time. She could really sing real good, and she just educated people, and she was very smart like she is. I love Lauryn Hill.
Come on.
Yes, Brad. It's the education for me.
Yes.
It was like fun, and you bopped with it, and you can dance, but the way she is warning men and women about what to look out for, reminding us how royal we are. And this was like seeds she were planting when we were young. I love
She taught
Lauryn
me the
Hill.
word defecating. Defecating on your microphone.
Yes, sir.
Oh, really? Did you do that?
I didn't even know what that meant. I'm sorry. Like, that's
But
not
yes,
a word
Brad,
that I
you
use
have done
normally.
that for quite some time.
But you know,
She taught me what that word meant, though.
Me and my friend was always wondering about what was that thing, and I'm still trying to find out what is that thing, because I just hadn't found it yet. That thing.
You hadn't found nothing.
No.
You'll know it when you
Keep on searching, Gary.
Keep searching, because I'm like,
Keep searching,
Man, when
That song, 25 years old.
Yes, indeed, man. She's one of the best to do it. Special K, I know you got a Lauryn Hill moment, man.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, this is Special K, and I can honestly say I've never heard that song before, but I like it. It's dope.
Come on, man, really?
Stop.
How you gonna disrespect that Lauryn Hill like that?
And that ain't funny. Is this a joke?
Okay, but no, not really.
Of course I was joking. No.
He is a comedian.
It's not a funny joke. This is, come on.
I was joking. Like, who's never heard that song before? No, that's one of the
You just said
dopest
you
songs.
did.
It's one of the top 10 dope songs of all time in my catalog.
But don't tell that joke on stage ever, dog.
Ever. Because you will get booed and kicked off before you even get a chance to fix it.
Yes, indeedy, man. Songs that stay in your head all week. This is Lauryn Hill week, man. So it's gonna be a fun week this week, man. So anybody watch the
I don't like none of
NAACP?
y'all either.
Anybody watch the NAACP awards?
Oh, yes, we watch NAACP.
So we're going to talk about that coming up next, man. Let's go with the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 10 minutes after the top of the hour. The NAACP awards went down. Eva, come on now. Let's go. Let's talk about it.
Baby, these awards were epic. topic this year here on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, we always talk about us celebrating ourselves. Stop looking for validation in other award shows. So we did exactly that last night at the NAACP Awards. Though it was virtual, though it was unprecedented, we pulled up. I mean, from Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats pictured in the car, from Tracy Ellis Ross dressed in all black. I mean, the list goes on. Legendary, the one and only Janelle Monáe. This outfit, this body, this hair. I mean, it was spectacular. Anthony Anderson hosted it once again. He did an amazing job, giving a shout out to the one and only Vice President of the United States of America, Miss Kamala Harris, talking about her amazing days at Howard University. It was just so black, so royal, so golden. Brad, what you got?
Oh my God, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence got one for Bad Boys for Life. And when Will Smith accepted, he said, hopefully we'll try to get y'all one more. And y'all seem to like it, so we're going to try to get one before we become the sad boys. D Nice won Entertainer of the Year because he lifted all of our spirits when he did his DJ set that one night, and he started and everybody joined. Eddie Murphy took home the Hall of Fame Award, which was given to him by Arsenio Hall. It was so nice. Viola Davis, of course, she won. LeBron, Beyonce won 4. Drake won Outstanding Male. Like, it was an amazing show. Now, what did you see?
Brad, we have to talk about one of the winners. We have to talk about one of the winners. So Issa Rae won last night for Insecure. It was amazing, but her acceptance speech was the best. So she said, you know, I'm so excited. Shout out to the whole Insecure family. But I want to thank Tracy Ellis Ross for losing. It's not every day a bad B loses. And when they do, they are not upset. Now, mind you, Issa Rae was up against Yara Shahidi as well as Regina King. And she took that thing home. And it's the last season of Insecure. So shout out to Issa Rae for being exactly who she is.
And I want to shout out Jasmine Sullivan, because when the scene came on and it was all blue, it was so nice. And she killed it. She looked amazing. The whole setup was super fly. Gary, what did you see? What did you think about?
And you know, and it's funny you said that because I was thinking about her. So she was wearing all those blue ostrich feathers, honey. This girl was giving it. But you know, y'all were talking about the fashion. I mean, the girls were really giving it. And I'm so proud of the black people for a change, because we finally dressed for an award show. Because usually we roll out of bed and come in jeans and a t-shirt when we go to the award show. But baby, the NAACP, honey, made sure that they wear their finest, honey. And I love what Miss Issa Rae was wearing. She wore this beautiful Prada outfit, honey. It looked amazing. But now you're talking about Alicia Keys and her husband. Now they were in the back of a Maybach. Let's be specific. And they looked good. Now she was wearing Versace, honey. And I was like, all right, Miss Alicia Keys' girl still look nice, but she looked good.
You tried.
Why'd you pause right there?
Oh, I mean,
are you complimenting or not?
Well, I'm complimenting, but girl, it looked like she just had a regular dress on. I'm like, come on, Miss Alicia Keys, girl, you got unlimited coins, honey. They could have dressed you up a little bit better.
You couldn't notice it outside the Maybach, honey.
Oh.
Yeah, well, honey, when she got out of it, I
She's
saw
naturally Alicia, darling.
Yeah,
naturally.
She's definitely natural Alicia.
Well, shout out Cynthia Erivo. She came in there wearing London. She looked amazing.
Yeah, she is so fly. She's dope and an amazing actress.
And Regina King, baby, she was giving it.
Yes, we love Regina King.
She killed the red carpet.
Regina!
Yes, we
and
so
you got to remember, this was at home, you guys.
At home.
So they pulled up at the crib. Like Journey Smollett literally said, I got all dressed up. She looked stunning.
And Alexandre Baltar, too, that's what she's wearing.
Yes. Come on, Gary, for the fashion.
Okay. You know, I had to clock the girls, honey. But they all looked amazing. They were looking good. But, I mean, it's funny. I hope next year they'll be able to go out back to the, the stadium or whatever to get back in. Because, you know, it's cute to dress up at home and then take that dress and send it back and put it back on the coat hanger.
Send it back? Are you saying that people are borrowing clothes?
Now, even you know y'all borrow dresses in Hollywood.
Tags now still in the middle, especially just going back to next day. Are you in the house with it on? We've seen it happen.
Okay. And Anthony Anderson, what was that he had on a bouquet of flowers? On his sleeve, girl. He had
a
big old bouquet of flowers on his sleeves. I'm like, well, girl, did that grow there?
So what's that color? Is that like a plum color?
It looked like a it probably was because he's a Omega. Yeah. It probably was the purple for his colors. But I was like,
child. Say prune.
No, the hell you say prune, honey.
There it is, man. I tell you what, we got the front page coming up next. News, sports, all that good stuff right here on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Let's get it. 27 minutes after the top of the hour. When you are hiring, there's no luxury of time. So instead of waiting for people to see your sponsored posts, invite them to apply. More at Indeed.com/credit. Front page. Eva, what's going on?
Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, everyone. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. The trial of Derek Chauvin, the former police officer charged with the killing of George Floyd, starts in Minneapolis today. Chauvin faces charges of manslaughter, second-degree murder, and third-degree murder. The 12-member jury is very diverse. It includes 2 white men, 4 white women, 3 black men, 1 black woman, and 2 women who identify as mixed race. Prosecutors are expected to highlight other incidents of police misconduct by Chauvin, and the defense is expected to argue that drugs were found in Floyd's body and that was the cause of his death. The case will be live streamed across many platforms. Court TV will have cameras in the building. Michael Sterling will be commenting on it tomorrow. Live coverage is from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, in other news, coronavirus cases are on the rise again here in the U.S., particularly in Michigan and in the Northeast. On average, the number of U.S. cases has gone up by 7% from last week. But some states have seen a 10% increase, with many new cases coming from young people. Currently, about 15% of Americans are fully vaccinated and 30% have gotten at least 1 dose. Now, in other news, people are definitely tired of being quarantined. So Airbnb and VRBO report that they are overloaded with reservations. But here's something that might keep you in the house. In a few weeks, a swarm of billions, I didn't say millions, I said billions of cicadas. Those are those big, loud bugs that hang out in trees. They will emerge, Brad, in 18 states. Now, although some states like Texas see cicadas every summer, this particular breed only comes out from underground every 17 years.
Wow.
And this year is the year. All right, watch out for the cicadas.
The locust invasion.
That's what I said. It sounds like the locust. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more news, log on to the Rickey Smiley MorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Oh, yeah. March Madness is alive in the NCAA tournaments, man. Let's start with the men's Elite 8. Gonzaga, USC, Baylor, Arkansas, Oregon State, Houston, Michigan, and UCLA. And if y'all missed the upset of UCLA overtime victory over Alabama last night, it was bananas. Then over on the women's side, Elite 8, Stanford, Louisville, South Carolina, Texas, Indiana, Arizona, UConn, and Baylor. And once again, the madness was crazy when Texas pulled off a huge upset over the number 2 seed Maryland last night, man. It's crazy. UConn versus Baylor's tonight. Let me tell y'all something. This could be the championship before the championship. I will be tuned in. Over in the NBA, man, Los Angeles Lakers have signed Andre Drummond. Buyout from the Cleveland Cavaliers. That completes the 3-piece and a pepper, because he's going to be joining LeBron and Anthony Davis over there. And the Brooklyn Nets, they loading up again. They just signed LaMarcus Aldridge from San Antonio Spurs, so he's going to join Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. That's an all-star squad right there, man.
I was going to say, that's the dream team, man.
Come on, man. They trying to chase them rings. It is what it is, man. That's what I got for sports right now. Follow my social media platforms at Rock T Holla. Let's talk sports. The Brat got the hot spot right there.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot.
You
can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Lord Shan Osborne done exited from CBS to talk, and this comes after a heated on-air conversation about race with co-host Cheryl Underwood. Now, after an internal investigation, CBS released a statement saying the events of the March 10th broadcast were upsetting to everyone involved, including the audience watching at home. As part of our review, we concluded that Shan's behavior toward her co-host during the March 10th episode did not align with our values for a respectful workplace. We also did not find any evidence that CBS executives orchestrated the discussion or blindsided any of our hosts. So after the exchange, the talk went on hiatus for like 2 weeks, and she did issue an apology, but so many people say it's too late. And even Holly Robinson Pete said that Sharon Osbourne was telling producers that Holly Robinson Pete was too ghetto, which resulted in Holly Robinson Pete leaving the show. And then also, not her leaving, but her being dismissed from the show. Leah Remini was another former co-host, and she said that Sharon made racist comments all the time against co-host Julie Chan, and homophobic remarks about the talk's creator, Sarah Gilbert. So, of course, Sharon denies these allegations, but the talk will return in April, y'all, April 12th, with new episodes, and CBS says they want to use the time to do some serious work. They said they acknowledge the network and the studio teams as well as the showrunners, and they are accountable for what happened during that broadcast, as it was clear to co-hosts that they were not properly prepared by the staff for a complex and sensitive discussion involving race.
But, Brad, do you think Sharon has the right to be friends with who she's friends with? If she and Pierce were friends, does she not have the right to be friends and
This is true. She can be friends with whoever she wants to, but she's on a worldwide show that a lot of people watch. In the climate of the world today, she should have just kept that little comment personal.
And it wasn't about their friendship. It was about her views aligning with his views, which are very racist.
Yeah, so she could take up her friend all day, but then when she starts showing racism or being racist that week, people get offended by that.
Take up for your friend and take this L. How about that?
That part, y'all both fired.
I heard she's suing, though, y'all. I heard she's suing him back.
Yeah, she probably
No, Brad.
I heard she's suing the network, CBS, I guess, or something like that. I'll let y'all know more about it in the hot spot another day. Well, coming up next, y'all, we got the praise mix down with the White Stone. But before that, we got Chef Irie with them good old meals. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, quarantine cooking with the infamous Chef Irie in the building. Y'all give it up.
Chef Irie.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley Morning Crew. What's going on, people?
Good morning.
We hyping. You hyping in us, man. Let's go. What you got? What you gonna be cooking for us today?
Look here, man. So this weekend, I went in the fridge and I had to scramble up some stuff. And guess what, man? I got this dish. It's crawfish and andouille sausage pasta. Yeah, it's cooked almost like an etouffee, but it doesn't taste like an etouffee. So what we got? We got garlic, peppers, onions, celery, all that good stuff. We got bourbon, and we got a little flour, saute all those vegetables in some butter and some olive oil. Add a little flour. We're going to make a little roux. Then we're going to add some stock. Yes, we're going to add some stock and make it happy. We're going to spice it up. We're going to season it up. Just like how you would an etouffee, man. We want to make it nice, but we didn't use any Creole seasoning today. And then we're going to add some coconut milk. We're going to make that make it nice and luxurious. Yes, silky. Yes, cook it down for a little bit. Then we're going to add some tomatoes. Then we're going to add some ketchup. Let it cook for about 2 minutes. And then we're going to add our crawfish and andouille sausage. Let it cook out for a little bit more. And guess what, man? We're going to add a little parsley, make it happy some more.
Make it pretty.
And then add the pasta. Add that pasta to it, mix it up. And the good thing about this dish is you want to make sure that you have more sauce than you do pasta. Because, when you add pasta to liquid, it soaks up the liquid. So when you serve this and you put it in the bowl, you want to make sure that you have a good amount of liquid. You don't want a dry pasta.
Right.
Ew. And put it in a bowl, sprinkle a little parsley over the top of that. This dish is done, people.
Come on, man.
Chef Irie, that sounds so good.
Let me tell you something, man. Even if you've never cooked and cooking's not your thing, you just make somebody want to get in that kitchen
and try.
And especially when you're talking about all the ingredients are happy.
Yeah.
Chef Irie, how can people find this recipe?
You can find the demo for this and, hit me up for the recipe too, on my social media. You can find it on all Rickey Smiley official pages. And, hit me up on the LinkedIn, Twitter, and on my website and Instagram. This where you will find, info about Chef Irie. Yes, and the demo. So thank you very much, people.
There it is. We appreciate you. Quarantine cooking with Chef Irie.
Thank you, Chef.
We got more of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next.